Hi, and welcome back for the 8th episode on how to create a habit tracker. So today we'll go into implementing the logic for add habit view. To start, what I did is I just created a side-by-side view so I can work with two files at the same time. And in the view models folder, we'll go ahead and add a new file, which is going to be a Swift file, not the Swift UI. For this one, it's going to be called add habit view model. And this file here with the add habit view model will create a class like other view models that we have, and we'll call it add habit view model, which is going to be an observable object. And so we have our class here, observable object, and you see the states that we created here. We'll want to move these inside of our view model. To do so, we can basically just cut them, move and paste them here. And instead of using the states, we'll use the published. And you'll see that we have these moved here, so we'll be able to work with them instead of passing them every time. For here, we have some errors now because they're not part of the view. So for the view, we'll do like the other ones. We'll create a view model. This time, instead of being an observed object, we'll go with a state object. And that state object will be our view model, which will be the add. There we go. And the reason why instead of using the observed, I use the state is that we can use our view model as a state. So whenever this view model change, it's going to change here as well. So it's basically going to be linked. So this is a way to make it work. So I'll just need to put the view model in front of each one of them. And we're all clear of error now. We will also want to create a environment variable for this view, which will allow us to dismiss the form later. So we'll basically create environment backslash dot presentation mode bar presentation mode. So you'll see this is really nothing too complicated. It's just a little variable that you'll need to add whenever you want to be able to dismiss the environment. So in the add button, we'll show you later a little bit more. However, we want to create some sort of logic for the add button. So we'll create a function that will be add new habit. And add new habit. And here we'll be able to do view model dot add new habit. The add new habit, what do we want to do in it? So first, we'll perform validation. Second, we'll perform saving. And lastly, we'll perform the erase data. So for the validation, it's going to be a very simple validation. I don't want to go into too much details about how to validate. If you feel like you want to make it a bit more yourself, feel free to add some more. Otherwise, we'll just go with a simple validation to look if it's not empty. For the emoji, I want to have an emoji that's been there, that's been required. For the title, I want something that has at least one character in. So that started in 1. And we'll want to have a description. The count is larger than 1 as well. And for our if, what we'll create is instead of saving, since I'm not going into the saving yet, we'll use our developer preview to be able to see how it works and if it works. So I'll just use the developer preview.habits array that we had, and I'm gonna add to it. It's gonna be a habit, and that habit I need to create. It's gonna be ID, emoji. I need all the parameters here. And so here I'll be the UID string. The emoji is going to be the value of the emoji. The title is going to be the value of the title. The description, the value of the description. And the streak is going to be set to 0 at the beginning by default. And we have an error here because our habits is a let constant, and I cannot add something when it's a let constant. So we'll go fix this in the developer preview. Instead of let, let's just use a var. That's going to be a variable instead of a constant. And that fixes the error. So we have our validation here that's been implemented. Our somewhat saving has been implemented. And now we'll want to erase the data that we have. So we'll just make sure that the emoji is equal to empty. We'll set our title equal to empty and our description set to empty. You will see that these things here technically can be separated in a function each. So we could create a validate new habit function that's going to be returning true or false. If it's true, it's going to be, so we can do if validate new habit. And if it's true, we can go with the saving, which is currently just the add habit. And the erase data could be another function, which is clear data. So func erase data field, or erase text field, since it's a text field in Xcode. And we'll move this inside of here, and we'll just call this inside of this function. Technically, this is a bit cleaner. It is a bit easier to follow than having a long function. Even the validation here, so I could do add habit, erase, and I'll just do a func validate new habit, and I'm going to return a boolean. And so if it is true, I'm just actually not even returning this. I can just literally return this and use here. Let me make sure that it works. Validate new habit. So the validation is done, the saving is done, and the erase, and we have something a little bit cleaner. So we can test this out if we do play, replace, all right, so get started, plus we have this. If we add, we don't have the dismiss at the moment. Actually, you know what? I'll move this in our developer. So if it's a valid habit, we'll save and erase, else we'll just do nothing. So basically, actually, I need to return a boolean. I'll just show you something different here a little bit. Else false, return and else return true. So you'll see here, we're kind of like using our validate habit, and it's going to be replacing. Here, what we can do is we can create a if using this, and it's basically going to call this add habit, and it's going to return an answer. So the answer that we get back, what we'll do is we'll look what is the answer, and if it's true, we'll go ahead and presentation mode dot wrap value dot dismiss. So what happened is if the habit was added successfully, this form will be dismissed. If I test it now, you'll be able to see the dismiss works, but we won't be able to see the habit that has been added. So plus, let's say I add a test habit, welcome, and let's put an emoji here. I need actually the keyboard. If you need the keyboard and you were using a keyboard to enter anything, you can do command K, and it's going to bring the keyboard. And let's say just put the little monkey. You can see everything has been dropped down and everything has been reset here. Now we want to see that new habit that we added. So to do that, we'll go back in our list view. Actually, we need the list view model. The list view model, the way it's going to work is we'll want to add a new function, which is going to be the function of when the habit is dismissed. We want to refresh. So on add habit dismissed. And we want to basically only refresh. So we see here the init when we were getting the habit first. We just basically want to update this value. So we'll just, this is the only line that we need for now. And here on our sheet, we had on dismiss that we didn't use. So we're just going to use the view model dot on dismiss, on had habit dismissed. So whenever this sheet is dismissed, we want to refresh. And so if we go back and play, we'll replace, you'll see that this habit is not there yet. The reason for it is that it's going to always refresh with our predetermined developer preview plus, let's say I want to add a little angel. I want to take title, which is going to be self-care, and the description is going to be take time for myself. And let's say add. We can see our self-care has been added. We can select it or not. And we have more options now. But you can see while our day streaks are working, we still need to work on that one. And if we try and add one without having all our validation required, you'll see that it doesn't allow you to add. We can always add a message as well, a little error message or something. You know what? I'll actually do that before I let you go. So in our habit view model and in our add habit view. In our add habit view, what we want to do is between the description and the add button, we'll create a new error label or error text. And this is going to be a text that's going to be just showing, I'll just put a static message. I won't put a variable message or anything. I could technically put a variable message that will be set here as, please make sure all fields are filled, or you can add some other message depending on the validation here and have a string here that's going to be, actually, you know what? I'll actually just do a string published. So it's going to be error, and it's going to be a string that's going to be empty. And here, if it's valid, I'll make sure that the error string equals to empty. So reset it. And if it's not, we'll put the error string to equals please make sure all fields are filled. Perfect. So it's going to be showing you a little bit more on how the error works. In the text here, actually, we'll just use the view model and we'll do the error. And one way of showing if that text shows or not is if the view model dot error dot count is larger than 0. We'll want to show this message, otherwise we don't. And I'll put this text to foreground style.red. All right, so let's try this again. Oh. And we go to get started plus add. Please make sure all fields are filled. And if we fill that out for tests, add. Fantastic. So we can see here it's been added and our error doesn't have an issue with. So we have a little error message. I know this is 3 works. Technically, we don't want to have a 3 or anything. I know it's not perfect, but if you really want it to be perfect or if you want to improve it, feel free to go online and look into a emoji picker. Some people are working hard and they implemented some sort of really nice emoji picker, which you can choose your emoji. It's going to allow you to use one. It's going to have a little drop down underneath and it won't allow you to use one of those letters. So that can always avoid it. For this situation here, I really just want to be able to show you how to make a form and how to use it as your habit tracker. So if you have any question, don't hesitate to drop it down in the comment down below. Otherwise, if you liked the video, don't forget to like or subscribe if you want to keep track of our future videos. Thank you for watching.